Hello and welcome. Thank you for taking the time to watch this short video. My name is Samantha Garrett and I'm one of the product specialists here from Pegasus Software, and over the next 5 minutes or so I'm going to show you retrospective age debtor and creditor reporting available for Opera 3. The standard debtor and creditor reports within Opera 3 allow us to view the associated outstanding debt, but as at today. So using these reports, we cannot view the debt retrospectively, meaning we cannot look back at how the debt was at a specific date in the past. So Opera 3 now includes two new retrospective reports which can be run for a date in the past, and it will show the data as it would have been at a specific date. The existing Opera 2 and Opera 3 data structures already provide sufficient information to be able to reconstruct these retrospective debtors and creditors reports, thus meaning that Opera 2 and Opera 3 users who upgrade to the latest release of Opera 3 will benefit from these new reports straight away and won't need to gradually build up data from the point of their upgrade onwards. It does, however, depend on how long the customer has been retaining their sales and purchase ledger transactions, as can be defined in the set options for each of these applications. Okay, so let's have a look at the standard age debtors report within Opera 3, and then we'll have a look at the new retrospective debtors report. So we're going to go into the sales reports menu and we're going to pick up the debtors report. I'm going to ask it to please show me the transactions. We'll say OK, we'll hit publish to send it through to screen. And there we can see I've been presented with a list of the outstanding customer debts as at today, aged according to the length of time the debt has been outstanding. This report and also the purchase ledger creditor report has remained unchanged. Many of our customers are perfectly happy with the way these reports currently work, and they will remain completely unaffected by the new reports that have been introduced, so they can simply continue to produce these reports in exactly the same way as they always have done. However, if I'm required to look back at a previous date, I need to be able to rerun my debtors report as it was at that point in time. So let's minimise the current debtors report so that we can compare it with the retrospective debtors report in a few moments, and we're going to go back into the sales reports menu. However, this time we're going to pick up the retrospective debtors report. Notice that there are now two new fields. The first, produce report as at. This field will always be enabled and mandatory and defaults to the current Opera 3 system date. However, it can be set to a date in the past, but cannot have a date greater than the current Opera 3 system date. So note that I'm still able to use this new form to run a report as at today. I'm going to say that I'd like to rerun my debtor report as it was at the 31st of July 2010. I'm going to ask it to please show me the transactions. The second of the new fields is date of the last period end. This field will always be disabled and will default to the date the user performs their last sales ledger period end. It's used to identify whether a historical as at report still falls within the current sales ledger period. This is essential for handling advanced postings. If you require further detailed information, you can very easily select the help icon on each of the Opera 3 forms, which will load the relevant information based on where you're sat within Opera 3, in this example, the retrospective debtors report. So let's say OK, we'll hit publish to send this report through to screen, and there we can see I've been presented with my retrospective debtors report as at the 31st of July 2010. So by entering that date, this report has reran as if it had actually been ran on the 31st of July 2010, which means that it's only included transactions, invoices, credits, receipts and allocations dated on or before the 31st of July 2010. So if we minimise this report as well, we can see that the figures are significantly different to the debtors report that we ran as at today. All of these functions are available within the purchase ledger as well. So if we close these reports down and we'll go into the purchase reports menu, however, this time we're going to pick up the retrospective creditors report. Again, I'm going to choose to produce this report as at the 31st of July 2010. We'll say OK. And notice that we can also choose to output both of these reports directly to Excel as opposed to printing them. So we'll give it a file name. I've asked it to open the document when done. We'll hit publish. And there we can see it's popped the retrospective creditors report as it was at the end of July directly out into Excel. So to conclude, Opera 3's retrospective reporting provides accurate, realistic figures of your debtors and creditors at a specific point in time. It allows us to rerun both the debtors and creditors reports. So as an example, perhaps we wanted to rerun the debtors report as at the end of last month, but most importantly, this report shows the outstanding debt exactly as it was at the end of last month. So any new invoices or credits raised, payments received and allocated are all omitted from the report, so the data on the report is the same as if the report had been run at that specified time. Thank you for taking the time to watch this short video on Opera 3's retrospective aged debtor and creditor reporting. For further information, please contact a Pegasus partner or visit pegasus.co.uk.